And here's a look at the AFC contenders. And it's not just who is in or out, but how the seeding shakes out. What a great time of year. It's the Texans going up against the Raiders. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, for only the second time ever in the regular season and first since 2005, the NFL has come south of the border to amazing Mexico City. Tonight, it's another installment of the International Series, and we've got a good one on tap between the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Osweiler on first down. He hits the first-year man, Will Fuller. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll give the Texans a first down. On this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Halfback sent in motion. Time running out here on the play clock. Osweiler drops it to Blue, complete. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
In motion is Fedorowicz. They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one, and this is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. Here's Tywan Jones on the return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Offensive starters here, Marcel Reese, a force to be reckoned with.
We always talk about giving love to offensive linemen. How about the guys at the position's almost extinct? Fullbacks. Marcel Reese can do it all. Can block, can catch, and then after the catch, he can turn it upfield.
All right, here we go. Alert, baby, alert, alert.
On second down, here's Carr. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
We ready? Red 18. Hey, we're gonna rally.
On first down, Murray. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
Jonathan Joseph goes under the radar a little bit as one of the better cover corners in the league, but his team knows his value. He can lock up good receivers.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Carr. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Play clock winding down. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Osweiler. And got his tight end, Duarte. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talented wide receiver.
And he's still looking for that ultimate recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game. His numbers suggest that we should do so.
On third down, Osweiler. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
This is the running back, Blue. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Osweiler on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And just like that, it's third down. As we get a look at the defensive starters, the secondary, they're certainly going to need to be on their toes in this one.
And you know me really well. Where do I start analyzing a game? From the secondary. And these guys have to be on point today. They're facing a high-powered attack.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. In motion is Fedorowicz. From the gun on third down, Osweiler. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that's going to make it fourth down. Now here's Shane Leckler on to punt it away to his longtime team, the Raiders. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. begin the drive with a run by Murray. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Six yards to go here on 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr. He sets up the screen to Jones. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Now Carr, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt, in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, it's Miller. Cuts back right. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. And that's a guy, Lamar Miller, from Miami. Went to the University of Miami, was playing for the Dolphins, but now moved to the Lone Star State.
Yeah, how about that? And sometimes that change of scenery, it may look like it's going to affect him adversely. He's away from his home for the first time ever. But sometimes you get out on your own somewhere else, that can increase your performance. You only focus on your football.
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Green 30. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, switch. No. Check. Patriots. All right, here we go.
They'll try and pound it in with Cross, the fullback. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Boom, we got 3, fellas. We got 3. No. Check. Patriots. Patriots. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Here we go now. Green 30.
The play clock's running down. Play action. Now Osweiler. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Osweiler is slow to get up. Still on the ground following the last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And Novak's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit. and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. Fresh set of downs here. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Carr with a give to Murray. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. Carr going to throw. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Carr now to throw. Finds Roberts left side. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And that's off the mark, incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And it'll be 4th down. Out is Janikowski now for the Raider field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. And now out comes Houston. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the back goes into motion. Savage now. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, a great read and it's picked off. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On play action, now Carr. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Houston. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now Jones. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Five receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. Now Carr. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Carr. He's got the hook up to Andre Holmes. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And able to find Conley. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, Carr eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
To the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Finds Roberts left side. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Murray the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And some room to maneuver. And he cuts it back all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And he'll bang that one through. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Second down following the incompletion. In motion is Fedorowicz. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Savage now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Here's Savage. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former Eagle, Nate Allen. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Carr to throw on second down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Carr, and on is Sebastian Janikowski. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage. But you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Miller, the lone setback. Halfback sent in motion. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10. But pretty good coverage there. And both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Gets it to Strong. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A 1st down carry now for Miller. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the 1st here on 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. They run with Blue. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Here we go. Blue 90.
They'll try and run again with Blue. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Another pistol look here. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And cuts out right sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Tyler Ervin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Oakland. 56 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Houston. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on third down. And the back goes into motion. Time running out here on the play clock. Savage now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here's Jones. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Andre Howell. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Miller, the lone setback. And he motions the wide receiver. Here's Savage. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, get a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And there's a flag on the field. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll set up a throw. Finding time. Going up top. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On second down, here's Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll go as a...
Hey, let's feed him. Let's feed him. Let's go. There we go. Nice play, baby.